Good morning and welcome to the Idea Ladies. My name is Carrie.
I'm Janine.
And we are live here on Facebook every Friday morning at 9:30 from the Passionate Home in Langley, BC. I say that now because we've got followers from everywhere.
You might be all across the world, yeah.
That's right. Candace is with us behind the camera. If you're there, please say good morning and thank you so much for joining us. We had quite a few people watch last week's video, kind of our wrap-up of 2022. Thank you so much. And as promised, today we're going to kind of talk about ways to refresh and reinvigorate 2023.
Right?
Does that sound good?
New experiences and, yeah, refreshing, decorating, all those things.
Yeah. Do we have friends with us this morning?
We do have some.
Excellent. Yay.
Yeah, let us know the hands on. I can see that.
Oh, good morning and thank you. So we're going to talk for about 20 minutes. And what we thought we'd focus on today is our number one workshop.
Yeah.
Because in a new year, you like to refresh, right? And we actually saw that when we reviewed 2022, because we were both painting and refreshing in January of last year.
That's right. Yeah.
So why don't you tell everyone, can you guess? What is our number one workshop?
Did you know we teach workshops?
I hope so.
I hope so.
We're doing our job if they don't.
That's right.
So we carry a brand of paint called the Annie Sloan Chalk Paint, if you didn't know. So she created this paint about...
If you didn't know, we are really bad.
We are really not doing our job. But she created this paint about 32 years ago. It is like the best, I think, right? It's tested and true. It's sold globally. It's amazing. It has no smell. You don't have to sand or prime. So all of us here are trained by Annie Sloan, and we're all furniture painters, I think, in our previous lives before this paint. So if you've ever had to drag a piece of furniture outside and sand it, you know that's not fun. Or prime it, and it gets all stuck in your brushes and ruins your brushes. Not fun. But right? Yeah. Any of those things. So you don't have to do that with Annie Sloan.
I remember when I first discovered Annie and it said no sanding, no priming. I'm like, no way.
I know.
It's
Lots
kind
of
of
people
like
don't believe us.
You have to actually experience it. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, off track.
Sorry.
So our number one workshop is the Bring in Your Own Piece workshop. So if you have something small enough that you can carry into the store yourself, I mean, it could be an end table, it could be a stool like this, it could be pretty much anything that you can think of that you want to paint and refresh, sign up for our Bring in Your Own Piece workshop, right? So you're going to get, it's just basically 2 people per class, so pretty much one-on-one instruction from Candace or Carrie. And
A chalk paint expert.
right?
Yes.
We're going to teach you how to refresh that piece from start to finish. And it's super easy. The hardest part is going to be picking your piece and picking your color, I think.
I think so.
Right?
So what's really great about this is you can, as you're taking your holiday decorations down, you look at your space and you think, well, I want to freshen up something. I need something new. And so it doesn't cost a lot of money to bring in an older piece. Lots of people are switching furniture around from room to room too. And now the dresser that was in the bedroom may be in the living room now and it needs to be a fresh color. So as long as you can carry it in, and then ideally you have an idea of what you'd like it to look like.
True.
Right? Oh, I want it to be distressed white, or I want it to be a really bold, bright color. Candace.
Yeah.
No distressed white. No, we want distressed white.
I love distressed white.
But if you don't have an idea, bring pictures of your space and we can talk you through. We've got samples of all the colors. There's over 40 colors to choose from and they can all be mixed. And we can get to any look because you get to use all our products, all our colors. Yeah. We can layer it up. We can distress it. We have gilding wax to add. We have everything so that you can create your piece and learn how to do it to another piece at home, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get the skills here to go home and repaint everything in your house because it's kind of addictive if you didn't know.
It is.
So I'm just going to pop in here for a second.
Yeah.
Good morning from Pauline and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cassie is saying, I wish there was an evening or weekend time for the Bring Your Own Piece workshop.
Okay.
Good point.
So definitely something we need to look into.
Well, we did.
Well, we wanted to say, like, if you have a friend, just book a time, right? There's only 2 people, so grab a friend and let us know when you can make it, and we'll work it with our schedule. So we can book you in whenever. It doesn't have to be one of our set workshop dates, right?
Yeah, we are flexible. So we do have some set dates for the first quarter that are already online. So you'd go to thepassionathome.com, click workshop. It's the one called Bring Your Own Piece. And there are dates there. But if you have, like Janine said, a friend, and you want to have an evening workshop, call us, because we are super flexible and we love to share this with you. So it's just that sometimes we book Tuesday night, and of course Tuesday night doesn't work for anybody.
Right.
So if you have something specific, call us and we'll make it happen.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I just added yesterday January, February, March dates. So if any of those work for you, great. Sign up.
We also changed them. They usually started at 1. So now we have an option of some at 1 and some at 10, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So you can check for that, because that was another thing people wanted. And the other thing was, how long does a class take? Well, some people paint a lot slower than others. We'd like to say you're going to wrap up in 3 hours, because we want you to leave happy and with it complete.
Right.
So
Plus parking's only 3 hours.
Plus parking's only 3 hours. So that's something to consider when you're trying to book time.
Yeah.
If you know you're really slow and meticulous, you might want to just take an afternoon off. But we'd like to say it's about 3 hours to get it complete.
Right.
Because remember, you have to let the paint dry. And if you were taking the class today, we haven't had heat in here for a week. Nothing's drying.
It's a little chilly.
It's a little bit chilly. So you do have to wait for the paint to dry, and if you're layering up lots of colors, that takes even more time, right? It's also an awesome opportunity to ask us any questions about other projects at home.
Right.
Because you have your one-on-one expert with you.
Yeah, bring in photos. I love to see your photos of your pieces and then the space, right? I mean, you kind of said that, but then I can help you pick colors.
After the class, if you want to purchase product, you get a discount on anything Annie Sloan that you buy as well, if you have other projects to go home and do. But really, it's January. We all have projects.
And time. There's nothing else going on.
All the parties are done.
Right?
The best part, not the best part, let's highlight the best part about taking your Bring Your Own Piece workshop. We clean up.
True. We'll wash all
good.
your brushes for you.
That's right. And you have that sense of, I did this. Accomplishment. People come in and go, oh, I can't take that. I'm not very creative. Well, you don't have to say, I'm a creative, I'm going to do this. Come and learn.
Right.
You'd be surprised.
And this is the place where you can try the new techniques, right? You can try whatever color you want.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't want to invest maybe in a full can of red, but if you want to do it on your piece and then layer it up and have a little bit of red popping through, then here's your chance.
Or let's say you want to paint later, you want to paint your kitchen cupboards, but you're not sure exactly what color. Come on, bring a smaller piece or bring a cabinet front and let's get the color just right for you. We can mix it here for you. So we'll kind of help you with that homework so that you can go home and be super successful. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Suburban Farmhouse, good morning.
Good morning.
Here. Jane Longmire.
You said Kelly J was on. She took our workshop.
Yeah, she did.
We love to see when the pieces are, so many people have taken, do you know how many classes we've probably done? Janine and I were going through some of the photos and some of the after photos. I'm like, that is stunning, stunning. And then we'll even help you kind of stage it if you'd like that idea. Right?
And then I love, because Kelly has taken the workshop, she goes home and tries it, and then she shows us the photos of all the pieces she's working on at home, and that's fun to see too.
Yeah, we're super excited for you guys.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do to freshen up is paint your wall.
Yes.
Right? Annie Sloan came out with wall paint. Did you know this?
It's beautiful and thick and creamy and covers incredible. And it's got that really nice, beautiful chalky finish, right?
There's no bigger impact than giving your walls a fresh coat of paint. And it doesn't take a long time. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of things before we've even started. You know, like back in the day when we painted furniture, you're waiting for the rain to stop so you can take it outside. There's no smell. You do it right in the house. so you can look at a wall and don't be overwhelmed. Once you get started,
it's like
enjoy it.
It invigorates you, right? Like it gives you the energy to just do it because you start and you're like, oh my gosh, I can see the transformation, and you just keep going. Yeah.
One of the things I mentioned in last week's video is I painted my bedroom in the white, and I have a TV on the wall, and it had a gallery all the way around it, but I had to take that all down and fill the holes. Now it's painted white. I'm like, now what goes up?
It's a fresh new canvas.
It's a fresh canvas for a fresh year. So we can help you definitely paint your furniture and your walls. This paint also sticks to fabric. Fabric?
Yeah.
We do not have a fabric painting workshop, though we will step you through. And the reason we don't is because it takes 2 or 3 days, right? Depending on what you're painting. But we can certainly help you kind of get started, but you have to go home with it wet to dry. So that's something to think about. Right?
Totally.
So back to chalk paint.
Yes.
Jane just had a question. Has anybody ever done an IKEA night table plain white too? Question mark. So absolutely.
Oh yeah, we've painted lots of IKEA. We did metal IKEA side tables. We've done the wood. I know that they're like faux wood, but you can paint right over that as well.
Yeah.
And Kelly J says, I did a chair and it turned out fabulous.
I knew it was a chair. That's right.
Yeah.
What was I just going to say about IKEA? The shinier the surface is, the longer it takes to cure. So even though your piece is finished, it still needs to go home and cure at room temperature at your house. So you take it home gently, put it into your space, and it takes about 20 days, 23 days to totally cure and harden.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Right. The other thing is we're talking about paint, but also the wax. We have available to you all the colored waxes if you wanted to try something. We'll just open up everything for you so that you can experience them.
So the wax is the top coat, and it comes in 3 colors, but you're always going to pretty much use clear first. So clear, right, just seals and protects your paint. Gives it a nice wipeable finish. And then if you wanted to give it like an antique look, there's a brown wax, a black wax, or a white wax. So white wax gives you that nice like white kind of wash finish. You don't need to use clear wax first with that one, but the other ones you should.
And these are things you're going to learn just by listening, or you can take notes or whatever as we're doing your piece and getting it done. I also noticed that some of the pieces we did last year had stenciling on it.
Yes.
Some of them had image transfers. That's if we have time. Those are bonuses.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to come and do the top of your piece in a decoupage paper, as long as we know ahead of time, we'll make sure that we have everything there for you. And you can leave with that complete. So let's really talk about, you have to send in a photo of your piece so we can approve it, right? Yeah.
Because even if you can carry it and you've got all the muscles in the world, you might not be able to finish it in the time.
Well, especially if you have to clean it here.
Yeah, definitely has to be clean first.
Bring it clean.
That makes such a difference in time. And you want it dry, right?
So what do you have at home that maybe you need to refresh? Take a look around your house. Lift it up and definitely check out our Bring Your Own Piece workshops. We have the first quarter online, or if you and a friend want to take it together, or you and your mom or sister, call us and let's make that happen for you as the new year. Learn something new, and we would love to help you with that. Yeah.
What's the most interesting thing you've painted, do you think? Like,
interesting?
Yeah, like I just want to throw it out there, like things that we never thought you would paint, but you did. Like mine is my refrigerator.
Oh, I did see that picture.
Yes.
If you're following us on social media this month, we're going to show a lot of the things that we've painted last year that were hugely successful, I believe. Your fireplace.
Yeah,
your
my
refrigerator.
Stone fireplace. My refrigerator made a huge impact in the suite downstairs.
The first thing that came to my mind was my front door.
Yeah.
And my gate to my backyard. I used the same color graphite. And the backyard gate still looks amazing. The front door, you know where that glue kind of...
Oh, yes.
I'm going to redo it. So I'll do it in the spring, so you'll want to watch for that. But that wasn't a paint default. That's just the old glass around the...
it's like the sun heat,
the
right?
Seams.
Melting it.
Yeah. Oh, good question,
so
though.
I gotta say, my favorite weird thing that I painted was my boots.
Oh, yes.
My leather boots.
Oh, that's right.
You
Yeah.
can paint leather boots. You can wax leather boots. Just refresh them. Yeah.
So Cassie says, I have a large ceramic floor vase. Could that be painted with chalk paint?
I would definitely rough it up a little bit. If you're, we can do that when you're here, or you can do it at home. If you already have paint at home, just put a little bit on it, because there was that one time a lady brought in a little vase from the dollar store, and it was super, super slippery, and the paint just went,
really?
like, slipped right off. And I'm like, oh, we should have maybe sanded that, or, you know. So I'm going to say 99% of times it works without prep, but sometimes, you know, doing a little sample really helps. I hope that answers your question. And we're always here to answer any questions. So, yeah. What else did we want to talk about today?
Well, I mean, if we want to jump to store hours, we're closed on Sundays now, so we just want a little reminder.
Don't forget. We are closed Sundays and Mondays.
So Tuesday to Saturday, 10 to 5.
Okay. Next week, as I said, we're here every Friday at 9:30, hoping to help you create a beautiful life and inspire you to try something new. It is going to, this time of year we organize. Right. We get organized. Do you get organized?
I do in my own way. Apparently, according to Carrie's standards, my closet is chaos, but I think it's beautiful.
I said show your closet, because it's all her black T-shirts are together, all her purses in her basket. I'm like, who lives like this?
Stunning, actually.
It is.
Oh, gosh.
And why not have your closet as a beautiful space?
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
All I had to do was kick my husband out of there. Gave him his own closet.
She doesn't actually have a closet. It's a whole bedroom.
It's a whole room.
That's like a walk-in. Hello. Yeah. We don't all get that, but so next week we're going to talk about, and we may have a guest speaker. If she is not here next week, she'll be here the week after. We're going to be talking this month about getting organized. I've already cleaned out my old spices. I thought that was a big deal. I sat in the kitchen and just, why did I buy these things, and why are they there for 3 years? I don't know, but great sense of satisfaction. Right? I did it. It looks really great. It's all organized in little Tupperware containers. So next week, that's what we're going to talk about, is some hints on getting organized. And follow on social media so you can see maybe who our special guest is going to be if it works out next week. If not, it will be the week after.
Right.
Right? So if you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, because we are here every Friday, hopefully sharing something that you didn't already know or inspiring you.
And that gives you a reminder, right, to watch again the next week, does it?
I don't actually know that. No, I subscribe to some people, yeah.
Yeah, I think it does.
The other thing is, if you're watching on Facebook and you think somebody else would benefit from this video, maybe you have a friend who wants to take this Bring Your Own Peace workshop with you, please share it. We would love that.
That would be really sweet.
Sharing and liking is a way that costs nothing but helps us do what we're passionate about, and hopefully you enjoy it and learn from it as well. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you in a workshop coming this year.
Yeah.
This month.
We'll be offering them
Let's get painting.
I'm just going to respond quickly to Joy. Does the surface need to be scuffed if shiny, or can you just clean it? If it's super shiny, I would scuff it. But
super glossy, but like most things are just have their regular varnish and stuff. That's not super glossy. That's just paint right over it after it's clean.
But if you're sending us a photo of the if this is for a workshop, you're going to send us a photo, and we'll kind of give you a heads up.
Correct.
Yeah.
And a very happy New Year from Janet.
Thank you. Happy New Year. All right, get painting. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.